I go back when I had none. Back to when I was getting married. I couldn't afford a reception or a dinner for anybody. We had no money. We had nothing. And so, and I know, for certainty that this woman I've been with now for over 30 years knew she was buying into the hope and a promise that we'd figure this thing out because we wanted to have some kids and they're expensive. But we had no money. And what I learned at that time in terms of how it forms a person, the fear of failure, in my view, in the pursuit of any entrepreneur's path, is perhaps the most important motivator they've got. Because they start their journey saying, I'm going to quit the security of a salary. And I always tell my entrepreneurs, a salary is the drug they give you when they want you to forget about your dreams. Because it's very easy to stay in that world where somebody is mitigating your risk. You just have to perform certain tasks, do them well, for a third of your day, and they will feed you a salary. And you don't have to think about anything else. And that, for a lot of people, works. There's nothing wrong with that. It's very noble. Great employees are extremely valuable to build enterprises. But when you leave that path and you put at risk income that you need to eat, you're going on a different journey. And that fear of failure is an extremely motivating factor. You ask any entrepreneur about the journey, and they're going to tell you the dark moments when they faced the abyss and they didn't know what was going to happen. And I think that gives a tremendous amount of emotional fiber to a person. And I think it manifests itself in a certain amount of confidence over time. But money can corrupt people if that's all they care about. I don't need more money. I need more time. And that's why I really care about how I spend my time. And the whole point is, when you look at your day, this is how it manifests itself later in life, no matter what that bogey is for you. I don't know what amount people consider, enough. There's a point where you just can't even spend it, so it doesn't, because it's making more for you every day, the interest and your other investments. But you start to ask yourself, the real benefit of having it is that you map out next week. I know what I'm doing next week. The schedule fills up, things get booked. I look at it on the calendar and I call back to the people that coordinate my week and places I'm going to be in. And I say, why am I going to be in Mumbai next week? What's the reason for that? And they tell me. Or Manila, or Dubai, or Geneva, whatever. And they say, you're meeting with so-and-so for this deal or that deal. And if I don't want to be in Zurich, I don't have to go to Zurich. And I just say, I'm not going to Zurich. I've changed my mind. And to me, that's the 99% of why it's great to have your own financial independence, because that goes right back to the store when you're scraping the gum off the floor. There's nobody telling you have to be in Zurich. You don't have to be anywhere. You can be wherever you want. And that is why it's worth it, because that's a form of freedom that you can't get any other way.